Welcome back to the 4 o'clock show. Helping children with behavioral issues, including mental illness, is the goal of the Mississippi Children's Home Services. It is a not-for-profit group that has helped children for the past 100 years. We welcome Mississippi Children's Home Services CEO, John Damon, to the 4 o'clock show. Mr. Damon, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for having us.
I were just chatting during
Yes.
the commercial break. You've been in existence for 100 years. You've been down here basically on the coast for many years.
For many years, really since 1912. We started doing adoptions right here on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, and a lot of folks may not even be familiar with the organization. Essentially, you are designed to do what?
Well, we've been a fairly quiet organization, but we're looking to try to change that because for 100 years we've been serving children and families. Last year we served over 20,000 children all across the state. We're the state's most comprehensive and largest behavioral health social service provider in the state for Mississippi's children. And we have a full range of services from adoption all the way to psychiatric residential treatment. And we've been doing that for 100 years. And at this point, we have 17 offices all around the state of Mississippi. We have about a $30 million program with 450 staff all across the state.
Now, are there income eligibility standards or criteria, or can any family in South Mississippi?
We serve a full range of Mississippi's families. A large percentage of those are Medicaid recipients, but we serve a full range from children with autism to children with psychiatric behavioral health issues.
Now, just a couple of statistics for people as you look at some photographs provided by the Children's Home Services that people might find shocking. I know I did. 1 out of 5 children currently or at some time in their life serious debilitating mental disorder, which to me is shocking. Get this one, 50% of students age 14 and older with mental illness drop out of high school.
That's
so
correct.
that goes to show how serious this problem is, not just in Mississippi, but all around the country.
Well, and that's part of what we want to be here to discuss, Dave. 1 in 5 children have a significant issue, but only 20% of children get identified and seek treatment.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a stigma with mental health, and that's the First Lady of Mississippi has joined us as a partner to really start to lift the stigma and begin a dialogue. Because if 20% of children with cancer receive treatment, we would have an outcry.
Oh, yeah.
And only 20% of children with behavioral health issues are receiving treatment, and it has downstream consequences. Half of them dropping out of school, as you mentioned. And new study from the CDC and Kaiser Permanente are showing there's a direct link in childhood trauma and long-term disabilitating health care. So lung disease, pulmonary disease, coronary disease, lung cancer, direct links back to childhood trauma. So we want to intervene early.
And the social costs are staggering. I imagine that as a result of what these children have gone through in their lives, society pays the price for it in the long run.
Absolutely. And we are looking to intervene as early as we can with children and families, getting with schools, school districts, teachers, families, parents, to become more aware that children do have issues that we need to intervene early on, get them identified, get them into treatment quickly, so that the long-term consequences that we're seeing in society, the violence, et cetera, all the way down to health care costs long-term, we can intervene. We want to do it with passion and with a lot of education.
All righty, well, there's a toll-free telephone number, and you're encouraged to use it, 1-800-388-6247. Ask for John Brady. It's the Mississippi Children's Home Services. Mr. Damon, thanks for joining us on the 4 o'clock show, and thanks for the valuable information.
Thank you, sir.